Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I wanted to talk about having hyperplastic left heart syndrome and about being married. Before I start this video, I do want to apologize and I haven't posted a video in a month and I do apologize for that. That one feels so good. I'm having a very hard time picking topics, picking subjects of what I could post. So if you have any ideas you want me to talk about, or you want me to see if I could talk about, it could be heart related, it could be anything about health related, leave them in the comments below. Now, for those that don't know, for those that do know, I am 28 and have hyperplastic left heart syndrome. Currently waiting on the transplant list. Which I don't want, but I did a whole video on that. I wanted to talk about being married and having hyperplastic left heart syndrome. I have been legally married. It's going to be 4 years this August. But I had my wedding 3 years this August. I met my husband March of 2016. I got married August of 2016. Within that short period of time, met him in March, got married in August of the same year of 2016. But I was like engaged for a year. Like I got legally married, but I didn't have my wedding until like the following year. It's kind of hard to explain, but yeah. So like basically, I didn't live with him. I didn't stay with him until I had my wedding. That's just Turkish culture. As some of you guys do know and some of you guys don't know, I am fully 100% Turkish, and I had my wedding in Turkey. And I got everything, like I shopped for my wedding in Turkey, everything. Like it's not as like the way they plan weddings in America, it's not as like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's not like, it is over the top, but it's not like, oh my God, like everything has to be like picture perfect. Like I could have, my wedding was like, I was happy in my wedding. It was done in Turkey, and we basically got married, and then we had our honeymoon in Turkey, and then we basically came back to the States. When I met my husband, he obviously heard a little bit about me prior to meeting me. Now, my marriage is an arranged marriage. It is not an arranged marriage. Like, especially in my culture, a lot of people think, because we are from the Middle East, think that we are arranged marriage. Yes, back in the day, that was a thing, getting arranged marriage. But in today's generation, they don't do that anymore. At least in my books, they don't do it. Not in my books, but in where I live at, they don't do it. So when I met my husband, it was okay. The first 2 dates that we had, like, cause I didn't know him, he didn't know me. And then like a couple of more dates when we went out a few times, and then we basically clicked. And I remember it was like my birthday, we went out to dinner to eat, and he said, Sibel, I really like you and I'd love to, marry you. And like those words really meant a lot, because I know that he meant it, obviously. And in a Turkish culture, the husband to be has to come over with his his side of the family, like his elders, like his grandmom, his grandpa, his mom, his dad, whoever, and basically come over and ask for hand in marriage. And now when my husband said, like, let me come over and get hand in marriage, get permission to marry you, I asked him, I said, how much do you know about my heart? Like, how much do you know about my condition, my heart condition? And he said he named all the stuff that I gave, like I told him. And he knew about my heart problem. He knew about my liver problem. He knew about my medications on a daily basis. He knew like that I could get tired really easily. Like he knew the basic stuff. And when that happened, I was like, well, I gotta tell you something. Like, I've been keeping it a secret. Not a secret from him. Just in general. Like, I don't tell this to people all the time. and this was before I got diagnosed with any liver problems. Like, I mean, I had liver issues, but like not where it's major right now at the moment. And I said, yes, all those facts that you just gave me about my health problems are true, but I want you to know before I say I do want to get married to you. Obviously, he didn't propose at that time. He just said, he wanted to see if I was on the same page with him. And I said, listen, I was told back in 2010 there's going to be a time in my life where I'm going to need a double organ transplant. But we don't know exactly when that time was going to be. And now we're here waiting for a transplant for me. And it's crazy how God has a time and a place for everything. And like, alhamdulillah, like I am so blessed. And my husband was like, what else do I need to know? Is there something that I need to know? And I said, listen, I don't know when this is going to happen, but I said, I'm going to need a double organ transplant later in life, maybe. I don't know when. And I said, I want you to know this before you propose to me. Like, I want you to know about this. Like, I want to play all my cards open. Like, I don't like to play hide and go seek. Like, if I want to play, like, if I want to be very honest and truthful to whoever and whomever, which I hope and I pray to God that everybody that comes into my life, that I'm 100% honest. And I expect the same thing from them. And I said, I need a double organ transplant. And I said, I don't know when, but hopefully, that time will show itself when it's time. And he asked me, would that interfere with having a child? Like, he goes, will that stop us from having a kid? And obviously, I didn't know any information about having a child until I got married. Meaning that I can't get pregnant due to my heart condition. But I didn't get any information prior to being married. Like, my cardiologist and my hospital, like the team, always said when you want to have a child, come and talk to us, and we'll be ready for you. And that's exactly what happened. Like I said, this is what I want, and they gave me their options, and I went and spoke to like the top professionals at my hospital, which I am beyond blessed. I am at one of the best hospitals in the nation, and what's meant to be yours will be yours. And I'm a firm believer in that. So he said, that's fine. I love you for who you are. And as long as, I know this, that's nothing to be, it's not going to stop me from marrying you. And those words even like meant so much to me. Like, I am so blessed and beyond, but blessed and to be beyond, because, my husband has been there through thick and thin. Like, every time I turn around, he's always there. Maybe I should do a how we met type of video. I don't know. Now thinking about it. And personally, everything that I'm going through with him. When I first found out I had cancer, he was the very first person I told. And when it comes to my HLHS friends or brothers and sisters, whatever you see me as being a 28-year-old and having hypoplastic left heart syndrome and having a liver problem and being married. Excuse me. It's very important to find somebody that loves you for who you are. I mean, it sounds cheesy, but it's the truth. Like, I would tell my husband, like, stop, let's pull over, I gotta take a break, I need to sit down. Or, like, he didn't even know until recently that I had a hard time going up steps sometimes. I could just go up, like, no problem, but then there's times where I'm, like, dragging myself. And, my husband has been there through thick and thin, yes, and not once has he ever said something about my heart condition in a negative way. Every time I was there, whenever I needed him, he was there. And especially for my girls that have hyperplastic left heart syndrome, and for my boys that have, obviously it's boys and girls, but when it's your time to get married, trust and believe me, there's gonna be a man or a woman that's gonna come into your life and love you for who you are. I experienced it, and I wish that you guys will also experience it from the bottom of my heart. And I really mean that, because it's important. Oh, I'm not gonna cry, but I'm gonna cry. It's very important to find somebody that really truly cares about you, regardless of what kind of situation you have in life. Because obviously I was born with it, but I didn't get diagnosed with having my cancer until I got married. Like I said, I got married in 2017, like my wedding. And then in 2018, I got diagnosed with my liver issues, like my cancer and stuff. And he was there, and he never left my side. And like every time I need to hold a hand, he's there. Like, and I am so beyond blessed. And I'm the type of person who's been in and out of the hospital so much that I like going by myself. I don't want like the whole crowd to come. I don't want anybody to come. And if that means like my parents, I don't want them. They don't come anymore. They haven't been coming to my appointments from this ever since I started driving, which was like around 19, 20. Ever since I started driving and having my own car, my own like license and stuff, I've been going back and forth to the hospitals myself. And I want all my HLHS parents, I was going to say patients, parents to let their kids be. Like, let them be free in a good way. Like, I mean, obviously do your parenting, and I'm not saying, but like, don't baby them. Don't. Because in the long run, that's going to affect their adult life. Regardless if they have a transplant throughout their life when they're a lot older, or if they're getting a transplant anytime soon. Because at the end of the day, you're not always going to be there. And I tell my parents this all the time, especially my mom. Like, my mom spoiled me to the crap. Like, she's like, not spoiled me, but like, she did everything for me. Like, and I'm like, Mom, you gotta stop. And once I got married, I do everything myself. I mean, yes, I struggle with it because my parents like always did it for me. Like, I could tell you the things that I struggle with after being married is basic chores, like vacuuming the house. I'm starting to get better with cleaning the dishes after I'm done with them. That was like being lazy. Other things, being married could also like, understand each other's, negatives and positives. But like, my husband's more of a clean freak. I don't know if that's because he's a Cancer, for all those Cancer people out there. And I'm more of the relaxed, let it go, whatever, let it happen whenever it happens. And he's the like go-getter, like, like if it's time, it's like he's the go-getter. Like, why do we have to wait for something? He's very impatient. My husband's very impatient. That's the word I was looking for. But I mean, he is my best friend, and my brothers love him. My parents love him, and his parents love me. His parents really do love me, and I am beyond blessed. Like, especially when it came to pregnancy, like, we made a rule, like, between me and my husband, pregnancy is not allowed to be spoken in the house, because I get so sensitive about it. So, but I'm getting better at it, because it's going to be, 2 years. Has it been 2 years? I believe it's been 2 years. And, yeah, but other than that, I mean, find somebody that really cares about you, and you will find somebody that really cares about you and loves you for who you are. And that scar on your chest, wear it proudly. Wear it proudly. Show that baby off. Maybe I will do we do want kids, obviously, but right now it's not in the picture. Maybe it'll never be in the picture. Maybe, like, we're just sometimes I think about it when I look at him. Sometimes I say, when we're just, like, having fun in the house or doing something together, sometimes I say, like, maybe we're just enough for the both of us. Maybe we don't need a kid. But then, obviously, like, as a woman, you know how it is. Like, you always want that, like, that thought, like that family environment, like having that child and so on and so forth. But hopefully when that time comes, it'll come. And if it's meant to be, it will be. Always remember to love yourself. Love you for who you are. I'll see you guys next time in my videos. Bye, guys.